Central Asia, and our region is facing a lot of climate changes, and we stress with the water security, air pollution, and you've personally advocated for the safety of the Caspian Sea. What practical steps do we have to do in order to save this water body?
First of all, that's a good question. Good question, because the Caspian Sea, it is the critical risk for the region, and declining, especially the last 30 years, declining in the level of the Caspian Sea is already beat the record, because the last one, the same figures, same declining, recorded in 1977. Please imagine that now is approximately in 20 years we lost more than 2 meters of the water level. That's why it is very critical for Azerbaijan, critical for Kazakhstan, for the countries of the region, because we have the example Aral, or in Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Urmia Lake in Iran. I see it is we need to move as a campaign, as a real action plan, with real action plan. And you know, we have already some achievements in this direction. We invite the UNEP, United Nations Environment Program. Yeah, and UNEP already prepared the idea how to at least to build the to find the way to build a clear picture what we can do together, approximate financial resources which we'll need to invest, what kind of additional resources we can invite from the abroad, because international financial institutions also need to be the part of the process. And I think our today's discussion in Astana also give us optimism that the 5 countries of the region are very, very focused to this issue. And where I think in nearest weeks, we will agree regarding the possible participation of each country with their own financial resources to this program.
Yes, exactly, and that's leading to my next question. With the climate finances, you've been advocating also for that. It was the hard topic of the COP29 also. How would you explain the significance of new financial goals in the ecological field to the, for the people who are not following the agenda in general? Like, what does that?
In Baku at COP29, we agreed $300 billion the assistance program for the developing world, from developed countries to developing world. At the same time, MDBs and international financial institutions, they also adopted the big program of the finance of the climate, on the climate agenda. Unfortunately, these last several years or several months are very critical from the geopolitical tension point of view. And the countries, especially donor countries, rich countries, a little bit reprioritize their financial resources. That's why now we work a lot with all participants. Just today morning, I came from Berlin, from the Petersburg Forum. We, together with Germany as a leader, one of the leaders in these discussions, we discussed how to motivate, how to invite more and more new players to the climate finance. We saw a very potential source as a private sector.
Private financial institution. How can we, persuade them, to pour a lot of money into the climate, into the water stress that we see within the region?
Without economy, without efficiency, it will be not to increase it dramatically. I mean, in very good, optimistic dynamic. How to do it more interesting for the contributors, for possible participate. It is, I think it is possible to do together with like alliances, like rich countries, like the MDBs, international financial institutions, private sector, philanthropies, and I think that partly other players, G20 members, and other countries also need to play the big role in climate finance. In this case, it will be possible to invite more and more other players, other contributors in this process.
Yeah, and also we know that you come from the energy background. In your opinion, do you believe that the world is being realistic enough about the pace of transition from fossil fuels into traditional ones into the new, let's say, modern era of the power plants?
You know, we just in Belém.
Yeah.
We discussed this issue was in the core of the discussions.
Yeah.
Now the Brazilian team prepared the roadmap. It's a concept of the roadmap regarding the energy transition. Some countries are very critical and propose to facilitate the discussion regarding the transition away or phase out from the fossil fuel. But still, the world is very dependent from the hydrocarbons. And situation in Hormuz, in Middle East, also demonstrated.
Yeah.
It's only 20%, 23% of the hydrocarbons delivered from this region, but prices already more than $100 per barrel. For kerosene, triple more than 6 months ago. Please imagine how big turbulence this crisis in one region can bring to the whole energy system. That's why the decision adopted at COP28 in Dubai, transition away in just, orderly and equitable manner. You know, in Kazakhstan, we have the good panel, interesting panel regarding the plans of strategy of Kazakhstan to diversify the energy resources of the country. You also started a big program for nuclear energy. It's quite interesting because it's the cheapest from the emissions point of view. It is less harm to nature. From the cost of the electricity, it is lower than others. And from the challenge point of view, it is very interesting. It is new economy, new energy sources. It is new generation of the engineers, and I think it's also for Azerbaijan the possibly nuclear. Azerbaijan is not so big country, but we also consider the possibility for the nuclear energy in our country.
Great. Thank you so much for joining us today and for your thought-provoking and insightful answers.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. Thanks for invitation.